Alright, здравствуйте. Um, Today we're going to be playing this game called Korrupt Zombies. Roblox doesn't feel like the best brand for this channel these days, but honestly, I can't really have too many standards when I barely upload. So, let's get right into it. This is something I saw on my recommended quite a bit ago. It just looked nice, so I tried it out, and it was a lot better than I was expecting, and actually a lot better than most of the Roblox zombie games that I've played. And to give you an idea of what I consider like fun to play in a zombie shooter for Roblox, my baseline for midline is basically Michael's Zombies, and I also played Project Lazarus for a while. There is also this one random thing that I keep forgetting the name of, but I played it a lot too, and it was one of the better ones. But Korrupt Zombies, the only problem I've found so far is that the character customization is a little odd, and during gameplay, I found that I could not change my character's voice, which was a little problematic considering that it was it's a girl, and I don't exactly want to have the voice of a girl in the games I play. I'm not saying that's a bad starter, maybe that's just dependent on level. I had a slight thought about that. I know there's some games that prefer to have a bit of a difficulty scaling where like if you go for the lowest difficulty it's like, oh, I'm a baby. Like Wolfenstein kind of did that thing, Doom kind of did that thing. That's sort of like infantilization the more you get into easier difficulty. Maybe they did it, but instead with a leveling system. I don't know if they did, but either way, it's just another Roblox game until we get into the actual game. So, I'm gonna create a lobby. It's really easy to make a solo lobby in this, luckily. You can do separate maps, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find each one of these maps, like all of the stuff on them, you know, certain Easter eggs or whatever. Maybe not even the Easter eggs though. I'm more interested in the actual map itself, like the layout of the Perca-Colas and the mystery box patterns, the pack-a-punch method, the power method, because I know for a fact, like, there's one, I think it's Dr. Untoten, where they have this sort of, they have like the 5 things you need to collect. I forget what they are. They might be lamps, but either way, you need to collect those to do that. But I think I'm gonna be playing through most of these, but I guess I've played 5 before, and I've also played this one before. I want to start from a different spot. Either of these, I think I'll do Diner. And there's also difficulty levels. You get extra XPs for these. You do not have a difficulty below casual, you just have above. It only goes up. They might add harder in the future, but it's a zombie game, so the players can't get too good. I'm just gonna start this up right now. I clicked on the chat. There we go. Okay, I'm not sure how my system is gonna handle this, but I hope. What kind of tip is that? Oh, come on, man. Where's bro at? That's an amazing tip. I'm gonna do so well. You can see the actual movement in the game reflected by the ASD is not affected by sprint, but the W is. Anyway. Okay, custom 1, I guess. I know I have other options, but I've actually ended up selecting this just majority of the time. I think I'm gonna turn these down, actually. I don't know how well you guys will be able to hear the game, but I know for a fact that it's kind of a bit sharp on my end. Especially that side of it. Anyway, really good animations on their part. I really like the production of this game. And also the ramp up. It definitely feels like a bit of a spoiler for things to come, but this game does things in a certain way where Oh no. Hold on, I just realized. You guys aren't getting any audio. Yeah. This window audio capture is to Edge Game Assist. What in the world? Okay. Find of the same executable, not the same type. I don't know what in the world it was doing. Okay, now you guys can actually hear the game. What in the world? Okay. Also very satisfying plank sound effect. Very nice. Zombie sound effects are pretty on par for most games. There's not really much uniqueness you can get with that besides visceral and also maybe... Oh wait, it's that easy? What the... So anyway. The best you can get with zombie sound effects and their improvement pipeline is kind of just making them more scary and more visceral, and maybe a little more in your face and more directional, but past that it's not too big of a drastic difference from game to game. But these gun sound effects, the animations, and the atmosphere of the game, these zombies are also a little unique.
No more ammo.
Also, it includes one of the, you know, the best feature, what you have in other zombie games, which is being able to look away while you repair something. It can feel very clunky in a game where you can't just look away while you're repairing it. I know Project Lazarus had that sometimes, and also other different games would have some variance with the amount of time you spent repairing it compared to how much you actually ended up repairing. Also, the ammo refill is a bit different for the whole game, honestly. I think you can just buy ammo for every raw weapon or mystery box weapon. Not confirmed yet, though. But that little ammo crate that I just refilled from has seemed to be pretty universal. Be 1 second, I'm gonna modify the audio on this to be a little more favored to me and a little less favored to the game, because I can see on the audio mixer it kind of lines up the volume of my voice and the volume of the game, so, you know. Sorry if I'm talking a little bit too much about the actual production. I don't want to phase you guys out of the immersion. I'm just trying to run a good recording here. Don't want you guys to not hear me, but I also want you to hear the game well, so... See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. The AI targets you very well. It doesn't seem like there's any delay between, like, when it starts following your current location and when it turns to that. Other games have this sort of delay where, like, it'll have a bit of a drag. The zombie will kind of drift around you. It's why you can do trains in some games, but this game is not one of those. The zombies are very reactive, very responsive, and pretty instant, which is what makes it so... It's what makes it feel like there's such a big ramp up all of a sudden when you're not prepared. Like, being out of ammo, I'm already feeling a bit of panic because I know just how bad that is in this game. The moment you become overwhelmed is the moment you lose the game. You do not get any sort of leeway with, leeway with how much health you get. These zombies hit you for quite a bit of damage as the round goes on. I'm gonna go mystery box, because I already have a ton of credits. The one thing I will criticize this game for is that it has a really good side of things on the combat with the zombies. You know, they're very... You even have runners like that one. It gets really intense with the pressure. I'm trying to look around my screen. There it is, top right corner. It's round 7 and it's already starting to feel pretty hectic when you're solo. See, look at that. Like, most games would have had the zombies go around that counter completely and go just straight towards, like, you know, just around the corner. Like, it would have had more delay between when the zombie reached me and how much time I would have had. But, you know, right now I might die. See, look at that. That is... A lot more games would give you a bit more leeway for that, and I think it shows a bit of admirable kind of difficulty to the game, which is kind of hard to come around on Roblox, because Roblox isn't really the space usually for a sort of competitive or difficult kind of game. You go to Steam for the... okay. But yeah, it barely lasted, what was it, 8 or 9 rounds? 8 rounds, okay. Sorry, it's hard to look for new UIs on such a big screen. I'm on an ultra-wide. But, yeah, that's how many rounds I survived. And, yeah, that's 8 rounds on that map. I think I'm gonna go into it again. And I'll probably start, or I'll just do like a video edit cut to, you know, or I can just pause the recording, I don't know. Anyway, I'll meet you guys when I get to round 8 again. Okay, so I had a bit of a network error. I wasn't expecting that, but I remember it happening the last time. I think the game just has some issues with returning you to the lobby sometimes, but, you know, what game does it? It's Roblox. Anyway, I thought about it for a bit more. I'm actually gonna record this first 8 rounds again. It seemed redundant at first, but I'm gonna change my approach. So, we can get the power on immediately. I should have done that way earlier, so... Now that we've got the power on, I should be purchasing the Juggernog first, and then looking for other things I can get. Is that the only thing on this map? Is it really just Juggernog and that's it? I don't like how this is looking. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do something to try and just set ourselves up for the next round a little better, because that matters in this game. It matters in most zombie games, but in some non-zombie games, like, it's negligible. I can't really tell the effects of it, but I know in this game, like, I'm running solo. What in the hell is a blueprint bench? Why are you going there? Okay, what's a blueprint bench? Oh, okay, I guess I haven't gone to apply. What? How do I exit this? I'm glad I figured out how to exit that. I felt genuinely trapped in that menu. It's one of the things I was worried about. Juggernog, I barely don't have enough to purchase that. Oh, wait a minute. Wonder Fizz. Okay, I guess that's how we get all the other ones. From the Wonder Fizz. I see. So you get Juggernog first, and then you roll the dice on how fast you're gonna get the other important perks. The thing I like about this game that sometimes has kind of taken me out of Call of Duty zombies, like genuine recent Call of Duty zombies, is that the animations for the zombies are so realistic that it's actually hard to hit the zombie heads. And while that is a skill issue on my part, and it is not impossible to hit the zombie heads, what I just did there, that big, like, just spree of kills that I did just by lining up all the heads, was only possible because these zombies stay at a pretty consistent height. They stay at a very consistent height throughout the whole thing.
I hate to ask, but I seem to have
Okay. Just buy Juggernog now. Yeah, I think the character is randomized, actually. The voice acting is also pretty good for this character in specific, which is pretty suspicious because it's a woman. But the other guy, the hillbilly, has had some pretty interesting voice lines, some very out of pocket and outrageous ones, if if I may say. And the quality also seems to be a bit lower. Not like it's in an actual studio. So the voice acting in this game is like half like, whoa, you wouldn't see this in Roblox, and other half like, yeah, I could see this in a high-end Roblox game. But this isn't exactly a high-end Roblox game, it's just kind of good, honestly. Well, let's try out that grenade. Oh, is this the... Is that grenade gonna go off? I cornered myself. I completely cornered myself. How am I alive? Okay. That took a bit, but I definitely ended up. Anyway, if I go back to menu right after... Okay. If you go back to menu right after you finish your game, you don't get any errors. That also might have just been something on my end. I wonder if there's anything else over here. You must ascend from darkness. There's a corner here and I can't see anything in it. Oh, there's guess I'll do just an MP5. Oh no, this is the wrong map. This is the wrong map. Give me one moment. Alright, I decided to do a little jump cut to the map itself because of the amount of delay. Alright, we're back at it again. We can get the power on instantly, and we can also do a pretty instant mystery box purchase if we want, honestly. Like, the ammo is important in this game, but it also isn't, if that makes sense. Like, you see how desperate it gets once you run out of ammo, but it's not like you're given a small amount of it, it's just that you're needing to use so many rounds to kill the zombies.
Bless my boots and call me cowpoke. Would you look at that? Spit me out a hidden treasure.
Yeah, see that guy, like, I can't tell if it's just the voice itself or if it's actually the quality of the recording. Because either way, it's very rough and very fitting for the character. But I haven't seen any other characters than those two, so maybe they invested all of their quality into having really good two characters and kind of went quality over quantity on the voice acting of the characters. Which I don't blame them for. It doesn't look like a very developed game yet. But it looks like a very strong foundation. So, you know. Alright, get something else other than the starter MP5. That's not bad.
Hold me a river without any water. Got myself a new toy.
Hold me a river without any water? What does that mean? What do you mean a river without any water? That's not a river anymore. What is he trying to say? He's a changed man? I just got myself a new toy. Okay. I'm loving these characters. Or at least this guy. I don't know, I really like this guy. I'm not sure how to feel about the Russian girl. I don't know. Because it's fine on the voice acting side of things. It's fine on the character side of things. I see where it is. It's like this sort of just a, you know, holding an apocalypse vibe. There's a bit of a shy and a meek thing to it, so I guess there's something there, but like I guess I'm just not the person to like it. I mean, I'm biased, but not in like a sexist sort of way. It's literally just like, I'm a guy and I have a favoring towards my character being male instead of female. But the Russian part of her definitely gets me. Like, the Russian accent definitely gets me with the character. I just have an inherent Russian bias because I'm learning the language. Got about 1,500 points. We got Juggernog, so we'll last a bit longer. Ooh, weave. So it double planks the middle one. That's an interesting detail. I don't see anything else for now. I think we're just gonna have to survive through the next round. Okay. It's a little more ammo than necessary. necessary. We can refill these both for the same cost as everything else. So it doesn't seem like the cost goes up, and there's also not a limitation on refilling mystery box weapons, which is already a big difference from most games. Most games would have you rely on the max ammo perk just dropping by chance.
If the people don't like me, I'll drop out of it.
I wonder how much you can abuse that
I
spawn
can
point
get
on
a
this
job,
map.
but if the people like me, I plan to be around this business for a long time. I want the people to decide. I don't want anybody.
Oh,
It's gonna be the greatest.
I've become an AC-130, I see. The mechanics on this thing feel clunky. Can we pack a bunch of... Okay. That would be very crazy. If you could get the random, like, perk gun and just... You have to wait for it to rev down to rev it back up again. This definitely helps me a lot, but I feel like this is gonna make me progress to a round that I'm not ready for. I just don't want to kill all these guys. Just like, okay, cool, that's our last one, so I can spend some time, make some Wonder Fizz.
Like a nice
Quick
cold
revive.
I wonder if this could make me smarter.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt. A lot of things could make this guy smarter. Is this zombie genuine? A lot of things could make this zombie smarter, bro. That thing is literally, that's the perfect final zombie. This is the perfect final zombie. It's like that one YouTube short of like the perfect soldier who just obeys every order. This dude is literally doing nothing to break the barricade, patiently waiting for me to discover whatever I want.
I just stopped thinking. I figured out that using my brain was the whole problem. Not just here, but my entire life. But if I just do exactly what I'm told and nothing else, then everything gets easy.
Oh my God. A soldier like you comes along once in 1,000 years.
Why did I exit this the last time? Oh, you just, oh. Oh, it's way simpler than I thought. It has nothing to do with the UI. That's actually that's very good. That's actually a really good design. I just didn't know how to use it. That's great. Okay. Next round. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay on top of things. Might have to pack a punch before I do double tap root beer. Even though pack a punch is technically more expensive. Okay, if you play this right and you use your guns correctly, you progress the round really fast. Okay. Round 9 for the first time. Let's see what happens. I don't know. ERH? I suppose. Oh, that's a single fire. Okay. Reload test in the middle of when it's very important, and I should not be testing new weapons. It's an FN foul. Okay. Gun nerds are gonna scold me and absolutely scald my hairline. Is this doorway bugged? Yeah, this doorway is bugged. Yeah, this doorway is bugged. Something is happening here, and I really don't know what. Mule kick. Oh man, I was hoping to hear a new voice line from this guy. He's got a lot of one-line wonders, you know? I don't know why it's all runners. This doesn't feel overwhelming at all. Not even close, actually. This is, the devs really need to up the ante. Oh my gosh, dude. I am reducing the whole wave by 1/3 because of that bugged. This is gonna artificially boost my wave, man. This isn't good. Bro, seriously. Bro, that's my starting weapon. You gave me my starting weapon again. You know what? Good as new. Hey, actually, it's not that bad. Okay, realistically, I should not be using this, though. Hand expand fire on a single fire. This is This is not an indicator of being out of control. I am very in control. Oh. Was not expecting that second chance. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, you only seem to get it if you have those perks, or at least by what the UI told me. Okay, I think the cost changes depending on the weapon. Oh no. Oh, I lost a lot of perks. Oh, what do I do here? Do I go for more perks, or do I think I pack a punch. I just think pack a punch is a wiser decision here because I'm
ready to show these suckers what a real weapon looks like.
That's a nice pack a punch firing sound effect. But anyway, I think I should just pack a punch here because I'm entering heavy waves. So, you know, what's a good spot here? I think this is the best spot, the whole thing, to try to lure him around. Okay, so they do go around sometimes. But if you're at, like, the wholly other end of it, they're just gonna continue on their current path. Wow. That just sure makes my job a whole lot easier. Can't believe I stopped that in time. Okay, we have 4,600. We should be able to roll for some more, or just roll for one more Wonder Fizz. What do we get? PhD Flopper. Negate self-inflicted damage from weapons and fall damage. I do not have that problem, so that does not fix anything for me. I'm gonna re-roll. You better give me something good, zombie. Okay. Ooh.
Well, hot dang. Looks like
Oh,
smiling on me today.
I didn't see
Got me
the...
a brand spanking new shooting iron from that box thingy.
Yeah, whatever you say, Belle. This better pierce. They did not design this game well if this pierce... I take back everything I say. If this gun does not pierce. Yeah, this got overwhelming quick. Imagine how overwhelming it would be if I actually got the whole round. Okay. It pierces, it pierces. This also helps us pick it down to the last guy. So, it's not all bad. We got a Wonder Fizz, Mule Kick, please. Double tap. Honestly, that's not too bad. I could have gotten something worse. Double tap is what we need right now if we want to get this piercing. Or if we want this sniper to be effective at all, because it's not even insta-killing right now. But with this... Okay, I missed. Yep, that's an insta-kill. Cool. Feels pretty satisfying. There was always something weird about having a sniper in a zombie game. It just never really seemed like it was something practical. If that makes sense. Like, it felt very... either... like it was a bummer to use because it wasn't effective, or because... okay. Darn. 14 rounds, that's pretty good. I think I've discovered the majority of that map, honestly. Unless there's something for, like, having all the perks and there's a weird Easter egg or something. I don't know anything else. But, other than that, that is that map for now. But yeah, the thing about snipers in zombie games that's always kind of perplexed me is that you're putting a slower insta-kill, but slow firing, slow cycling, slow reload gun in your game that is all about, like, ramping up the pressure increasingly. And it can feel really nice to just, like, cover fire, I guess. Or it can feel really nice in a game like Left 4 Dead 2 where it actually can have some decent quality to it, but not at high levels from what I've seen. It always seems like at the end of the day the sniper is something that can be used really well, but you have to compensate a lot more than other guns for it. Like, that M60 carried me through a lot of those rounds. Anyway, this recording is about 37 minutes long now, so I want to edit it down to something like 20 or maybe 15 minutes for, you know, for video purposes. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. До чего, блядь, я что? Ну-ка, врату